Don't you hate waiting till the end of the video to see what all the fuss is about? I do too. Here's what the fuss is about. I cut up a bunch of soda cans, I spray painted them, and I made these earrings. So if you get the idea, you can just stop now. But if you want to see the process and find out what my channel is going to be about, and yeah, this is my first video ever, hang in there. Maybe subscribe, click the thingies, you know, whatever they always say. Thanks.
I'm Malaysia, and this is my very janky space. I attempt to art. I make jewelry. I do yard bling. I don't know what else you would call it. I crochet. I do a lot of things. I'm not particularly adept at any of these things. However, I'm getting really good at coming up with tips and tricks and hacks around these things. The main focus of this video is on soda can earrings. I watched a lot of Upcycle Design Lab, where she uses a lot of soda can material for her art, and I combine that with some spray paint artist techniques I found here on YouTube. I'll share the names of those later on. And I love metal art. These were cut out of like cookie tins, and that's really hard. And I found out soda can metal looks just as good, and not nearly as hard to cut. So these were fun. I really like them. I like the sound they make in my ears. But yeah, soda can, a lot easier to cut. So you just need a sacrificial pair of scissors, and you can go to town. Future videos will include making other art and yard bling from my soda can art. Well, I do a lot of jelly printing and mono printing. I won't share my art so much as I will share some of the tricks I've come up with to make that easier. And I've got quite a few that do make it a lot easier. Haven't made me a better artist, but they have made my space a little bit cleaner. Speaking of which, the main video I'll be doing, the main video up and coming, and it may take a while to create, is decluttering my office space, my craft space. If you could see the rest of the room, you would see how very not safe it is. There are just piles. My ADHD brain does everything in piles. And when I say ADHD, I mean diagnosed, not I probably had it. So everything's in piles, and I can't find anything. And I don't have a great space. I have every supply a girl could want to create things, but none of it's really accessible or usable. So to inspire myself to get this space usable, and so that my roommate can come in here and also use this space, she has a desk in here. She can't really get to it. It's not safe. I'm doing these videos. Here's how I make soda can earrings.
Here I am prepping some soda can jewelry. I cut out all these pieces from the largest on top to the smallest on bottom. And I pinned them all to a piece of board, well, a piece of backer board, I guess, with the painted side up. These are all Diet Dr. Pepper cans, so the red and black side up. And I will separate them by size because I like to stack the pieces. So I have a large piece, a medium piece, a small piece, and I don't want them all the same color. So now that I have a base coat down, I will pull off, probably the top third, the largest ones, and put them on a different piece and paint those differently. I'll do the same with the medium size and the same with the small size. I will probably do the medium size ones in a solid color to set off the colors of the largest pieces, which will be in the back, and the smallest pieces, which will be in the front. So I'm going to get to work on that. Okay, got my large pieces separated out. As you can see, I really enjoy spray painting. It doesn't always look good, but I still like it. Okay, so there's no rules. I mean, not really. I only have one hand here to work with, so it's gonna be interesting. Let's see how I do this. I don't think this is gonna work very well. I'll fake it. I'll fake it, y'all. Watch. I can make it happen. Let's just see what happens. I don't think that'll work very well. Let's take a peek. All we need is just some pattern. I don't really like that. Nope. So, plan numero dos. No, that is not going to work real good either. I would have to take all the pins off to get that texture. And I didn't bring gloves to splatter with. It's easiest to spray the paint into the lid and then like splash it onto your subject, but when you spray it into the lid, it sprays back all of your hands. So I'll just fake it with some light squeezing just to get something happening in there. Not my favorite way to do it, but I don't have a cameraman, so all right. And then this will dry really fast. You can come out and play with it some more. You don't like it, you mess it up. What I'll probably do is splatter a little more, and then when I'm ready, I'll take all the pins off and lay a stencil on top of all of it. And this right here is one of my favorites. As you can see, it's been spray painted many times. It just leaves a nice pattern, but all those pins are in the way, so that's all right. That's all right. Time for color number 2. Make sure you've shaken your paint enough that the ball rolls around freely. And we'll just, again, kind of try to splatter a little bit. Not too much. Just a little texture. That's good. That paint goes a long way. Now, I know I said I wanted to do the medium-sized pieces in a solid color, but so boring. So I think I'm going to do sort of an ombre, which I don't understand why that's not pronounced ombre. But I'm going to do an ombre in the middle, just subtle. Haven't decided what colors yet. I guess the colors that are in my hand, because I'm a lazy person. So this is going to be very imperfect. And if you do it while it's still wet, the colors will blend a little and you can have a little fun. By the way, I leave my spray paints in the sun. Right now, see, it's February, so it's nice out, but they do spray better when they're warm. So when I get them out of the cabinet that sits on the side porch, I just leave them in the sun. They spray better, they shake up better. Okay, so in between color, and I didn't shake it very well. You can see lots of solid dots that just should be paint. And a little more pink. Okay, and I'll probably do a streak of black in there too, and we'll just see how they look in a minute. Almost forgot, I did the medium pieces. I just turned the board around, so I still have all these small pieces down here, and I think I'll hit those with some black and then do some metallic over it for a little shine. So I've been shaking the black, hoping it sprays properly because this is from last season. Okay. Yay! Flick, 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 flick. There we go. Let that dry. Flip this over. Okay, so just want to hit this with some black because it looks so pastel right now. Well, you know what I mean. Just, I don't know, pink and blue. Ugh. I don't know where I'm going to go with these. They look kind of crappy at the moment. But you might be surprised how that ends up. So we're going to go with it. Okay, maybe I should have painted in black. I don't know. It's, you know, it's a process. We're going to see how it comes out. Okay, here we go. These are the back pieces, the largest back pieces. So they're actually going to be seen the least because they're going to be covered by at least 2 other pieces and maybe a charm. So I'm going to cover them with that. There we go. Grab my black spray paint that's been baking. If I can find the one that works. Hello, kitty. Okay, that one's garbage. By the way, do not throw away your empty or your spray cans that don't want to spray. There's all kinds of tips online about how to save that paint. You can't save the can or the nozzle usually, but you can save the paint, and it's not hard. Okay, here we go. That is spraying terrible, so I'm not going to have nice clean lines. It may not matter. Let's find out. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, that's awful. That's, well, I don't know. I think I can fix it with another template. And like I said, that goes in the back. So actually, you know, if you tease out the pieces, they actually look pretty good. Yeah, they don't look bad at all. It's just when they're all jumbled together like that. Yeah, I just need to hit these pieces up here again. Up here. But those are actually cute. Yeah. Kind of, some of them have this nice faded look. There we go, like that one. Oh no, wind. No. Don't blow my jewelry. Oh well. That's spray paint. You can fix it. And these are in the back. So yeah, I'm going to fix these pieces off camera. Let these dry and pin them real quick so the wind doesn't blow them away. Okay, at first glance, these don't look real good. Let's see if you can see that. But if you take them and put them on a different background, they actually look kind of cool. Also, I haven't turned them around yet to paint the other side. So the nice thing about doing these and painting them on both sides is if one side doesn't come out very well, you usually have a second side to work with. So I think these are going to work the way they are. And if a few pieces don't look great, like I don't love this one. It's just a little bit, just doesn't have much paint on it. But I haven't done the other side yet. So that may end up being really cool. Or it might look good just like that. I'm trying to stick with sort of the same colors that I'm splattering these with, which these, by the way, are looking really cool. Let's see. Let's put this on a different background so you can appreciate it. See, it looks kind of cool, kind of vintagey. And anyway, it's the front piece that is going to show the most, and that's where you want to spend a little more time. Make sure you get your sharp edges and your colors good. Oh, by the way, all my pieces that I cut are mirrored pieces. I cut my cans. I lay colored side against colored side or silver side against silver side, and then I cut it out so that they're both the same. And when I punch the hole, they're also still together. Painted colored side to colored side or silver side to silver side. So they're mirrored and I don't have to try and get them right. And I cut them very organic. I don't really think about it too hard. You know, I just like them to be kind of fun and funky. I could probably flip these around right now and paint the other sides. But honestly, I usually have trouble when I do that. They stick. They stick to the board. They stick to each other. Just let them cure. I hate waiting. I hate waiting for paint to dry. But you're better off letting them dry quite well before flipping them over and painting the other side. I've tried different techniques, but honestly, patience pays off. Whatever. And, oh, I hear my husband on the cattle guard. Yeah, and as far as letting them cure, like if you want to paint them with a clear coat, you literally need to let them cure for at least a week or two, depending on the weather. When they don't smell like spray paint anymore, you can usually safely seal them. Do you have to seal them? I don't know. I do, when there's time. I don't know if it really matters. I just think it gives them a nice gloss. Just a personal preference. While I was preparing these to paint the opposite side, I kind of had a brainwave. I was putting glue tape on individual pieces to pin them up, and then, you know, so the paint didn't overflow on the other side. And then I thought, hey, just tape the blue paint down, sticky side up, and you don't have to use pins. And when you want to switch to a stencil, it's not going to be a fight. And I mean, I've painted a lot of aluminum pieces, and this never occurred to me. So we're going to try it out and see if that's a game changer. And then I got to get on Amazon and see if they make double-sided painter's tape, because that would make this that much easier. So if you want to splatter some paint, one, put on a glove, use the lid, and you can spray your paint right in there. It's gonna spray back all over your hands. So wear a glove, and then you can just splatter it wherever you want. It's so easy. Don't have to have a special cap or anything. So you can't tell, but small pieces are on in this general area. They've already been spattered with some silver paint that I sprayed into the cap and then spattered. These are the big pieces. I painted them white, 2 coats, gloss, and spattered them with a little bit of purple, because the pink and the blue I used on the other side, I don't know, I just didn't dig. So this will dry a little bit. I'll go over it with black paint and a stencil. I'll probably lay it down. Right now it's hanging up. And then I'll splatter it with some silver to add a little more metallic to match the small front pieces. And then I'll put a pair together and see how they look. I decided I wanted a little color on these black and silver pieces. Just something a little bit different. So we'll see how this come out. Remember, I have 2 sides. So the other side is just black with silver spatter. And this side is just going to be black with grape stencil, and then some silver splatter. I had to play with these to get them a little better. You can't really see them after they're dry. The cool thing is no pins. I'll just peel them off. I'm really hoping this technique works. Let's see. Let's try this one. A little bit of overspray on the sides, but not bad. I can work with it. I don't know if you can see that, but I think that's gonna look really cool on an earring. I do kind of like that red. Well, I guess it's cranberry or something. Maybe I do want to splatter a little bit on this side too. But I have options. I have 2 sides to work with, so I'll make up my mind. When I realized how much I did not like the pink and blue and that I wouldn't use them, I ran out and painted these quick as I could so I'd have more choices. So here I am at my little workstation. I have put together some of these, as I said, back piece, middle piece, front piece. and I like it. I haven't finished the earrings, and I spared you the time it spent me to organize the pieces and put them together in a way I liked. But this is what I ended up with. And I'm not unhappy at all. As far as shaping these to get them to hang the way you want, it's soda can metal, so it'll shape quite easily. It's like ribbon almost. But it doesn't take a lot of pressure. So what I usually do is curl towards the hole that I punched for the jump ring to make the earring. Just curl it towards so it's more curled on top. Just a little too curly. There we go. You can shape it quite a bit. I'm using this soft plastic because I don't want to scrape paint off. But yeah, get it shaped the way you want. Don't go crazy. You will scrape off your paint if you rub it too many times. And I try to shape them all about the same way. They remind me of butterfly wings, the way they hang. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Let's see, where's the, here's the other one. I think they're nice. Oop, there we go. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never recorded YouTube videos before. I learn as I go. So I'm going to finish these up with maybe a little bit of beadwork and some hooks and hang them on something so we can get a look-see. What have I done to this poor earring? Oh, there we go. Okay. Just gotta get them right. There's that pink and blue stuff that I really didn't like, but they're light as a feather. So wearing them on your ears is nothing, but they're nice and big. And I love big earrings. Big earrings. They're just so much fun. There we go. Oh, I like that. Got to paint the back, otherwise it looks funny back there. Little Dr. Pepper logo or something. You don't want that showing. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. And these are all the ones that paint came off. I don't know. I just didn't like the way they came out. They got scratched. So there's just this big pile. And yeah, there's going to be a big pile of ones that you just don't like, or maybe you lost the partner piece to it or whatever. So I'll take these out eventually and go over them again. Maybe make something new out of them. There's a technique or two I tried that I did not like at all. I don't love this style I came up with. It reminds me of the 80s drink glasses, you know, with the pastel turquoise and lavender. I don't know. Just an 80s color scheme that I didn't love. But that's okay. I'll have a lot of metal to play with. And, you know, once these have cured, you can store them. Put them in a bead box and just save them for charms or whatever you want. And they're just kind of fun to play with. Maybe I could form some butterflies. I get the right pieces together. Yeah, maybe little metallic butterflies. I bet I could. Lots of stuff you can do with these.